Hi, brethren. As you can see, we got different lavender here. But this is a whole bunch of wood from out the back of the cargo trailer for the project that we're working on. So we're going to take a walk right over to the main project itself. As you can see, it doesn't look like much has changed here. However, we're having to do something that to help speed things along, expedite things in a way that we didn't think we'd have to end up doing. So unfortunately, but it was getting kind of ratty in here, so we had to clean it up, and we stacked all of our little bits of long-term wood and some more for throw out, nice and neat, as you can see. And all we really have now is like PVC plumbing parts left. I'm undecided if we're going to do anything with this before we leave. We don't know. Some of these are going to be cut up. Mostly the cedar, and a lot of the older cedar is going to get cut up into smaller pieces like this and that. And you have the, it's kind of hard to see here in the dark, but it's some older cedar right here. This older dark brown stuff. That's gonna get chopped up and for the fire. This is going to be the next batch to go out. It's going to be sad to see that go. Well, we got our fire bricks working on itself right now. That looks nice, good. That looks good. And that's more for cut up right there. So this is where we're at. I mean, it's getting cleaned up now. It's weighing now a lot less than it was before. So I guess we're going to be. I guess that's okay for now. I wish it didn't have to get to this point, but unfortunately, situations are dictating that, because we can't, we're trying to find more buckets, like you see there and there, so that we can cut the rest of this stuff up and put it into small little fire logs. We can't find them. So now we have to do the unthinkable, which is to cut our losses. We used at least 75, if not close to 80% of everything that we had salvaged, and you can see it's coming along. It's been put to good use. So we're thankful, at least in that regard, and we got this far as we have. So we're gonna have to say bye-bye to a lot of this, a lot of these younger cuts of board. And the smaller things. We found more of the flats that we used for that chair. Remember the chair? Yeah, they're down here. Right here. Like this one right here. Okay. So we'll probably hold on to the flats just a little while longer. Probably just store them up in the front there in the corner there. But that's where we're at. And so we're basically cleaning it out. For lack of a better word, and I wish we didn't have to, but you know, like I said, situations are dictating other things. So time's filling up. We're getting ready to start getting black paint or maybe shiny gray to do this whole deck right here. But we got to get all the wood out of the way first, so that way we can sweep out all of the sawdust and the little bits of shredded paper for making the fire bricks with, as you can see. And we're going to need a storage place for the bricks. So there's that. We're getting it done here little by little. Most of the weight we want is going to be up in the front, so that way when you're driving, that cargo trailer doesn't start doing this and just threatening to flip the truck over. So there's that. I keep saying there's that, but it's pretty much where I'm like left off with nothing else to say. It's been a wild ride the past year. It's been at least about a year since we first got this thing, and you've been with us as we've made quite a bit of progress. Mainly just with the walls. You know, it's been a learning process, but we got it done. We're there now, and we're just wrapping this thing up now. It's going to be the final touches, which is going to be cleaning this out, painting this out, and then putting these panels all along here and all along there. Not there. not there, because you have to step on this. This is the drawbridge. It's like it just opens out like that, so you have a nice little ramp to come up. So, and I don't know what we're going to do with these tiles. These tiles are just flat out pretty. I mean, gosh, I wish I could have more lighting on this so you could see. But, yeah, there you go. So a little bit. You see a lot of this kind of stuff in places like Miami. But we're not going to Miami. I know. What to do? We'll probably donate those to maybe a renovator that wants to use them. So, anyway, that's where we're at now. A lot of comings and goings. We've made it this far. It's just a little time where you just do pause and reflect, and you think about where everything was. Because remember, there were just beams lining right up here. Excuse me. And beams coming across here, and then we had to prop them up there, pulling a lot of nails and cutting those beams down to size. Not too much size though, because we used them for here. And all that was down here is now right here. So a lot of pause and reflection. I know it's bittersweet, because you grow an attachment to your craft. And as I was going to say, it's going to be hard to say goodbye to what's left over of all the cuts when you know that there's so much more you want to do, but your time's a wasted and you're constrained. But you know that you did as best you could with what you had. And in the end, I mean, who knows? Maybe there's going to be somebody who's going to dumpster dive for these things, and they're going to use them. And what's not used will find its way, sadly, into a landfill. But think about this. This is a natural resource. This will go back to the earth. The worms, the moisture, the heat, all that stuff is going to combine together, and it's going to chew all this stuff away and bring it right back into the ground from whence it came. So that's the only thing I can really think of to help this kind of justify this a little bit. That's all I got right now. But when we go up to New England, we will not have to get rid of any of what we salvage at all, because we're going to have a woodshop project. There's going to be plenty of trees. So imagine if this was up in New England and we had all this and more. Hugel beds, building projects, firewood, ashes for the permaculture, and more. But it's all gonna happen. Just not here. Just not here. Well, this is probably the longest video we've ever done, so I'll leave it at this, and I guess we'll see y'all next time. Thanks.